أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and I welcome you all, welcome everyone to another session, another live session on our channel inshallah. As I have mentioned previously, I will be conducting these sessions frequently inshallah, and we will start by covering all the short surahs of Juz Amma or the 30th Juz first, and then gradually we will move on the longer surahs as well inshallah. Once again, your suggestions and recommendations are always welcome, and I would love to hear what you think and how I can make these sessions even more interactive, more better, or more knowledgeful for you. So inshallah, we are starting in a while. I'm just checking everything is working well. In the last session, we were doing the first ayah of Surah An-Nas, and inshallah today I will be starting from the second ayah of Surah An-Nas. We will be following same 4-step method inshallah, in which we listen first, then there is a breakdown of the surah according to Tajweed ayah by ayah. Then on the third step, we are looking at the common mistakes people make, and the fourth one, the step number 4 is again recitation. So inshallah, let's start. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. صدق الله العظيم. This was the step 1 of our session. Now we are moving to step 2 inshallah, in which we will be doing the tajweed breakdown ayah by ayah. So in the last session, I was explaining the difference between alif and hamza. So let me complete my point, and then inshallah we will start from ayah 2. Alif is alif until or unless you put any haraka on top of it. The moment you will give it any haraka, fatha, kasra, dhamma, or any haraka or sukoon even, then it will be hamza, and its rules will be placed with the hamza. So this is a very common and a very easy difference between them, and so many students are confused on this point, and they're asking me these questions over and over again. So I hope that this is clear. What is the difference between hamza and what is the difference between hamza and alif? Now let's start from ayah number 2 of Surah An-Nas. Ayah 2 is Malikin Nas. Malikin Nas. So Mim is having Fatha, Lam is having Kasra, Mali. This Kaf is connected with this Noon because Noon is having Shadda. So Kaf with the Noon we will read here, and with the Noon is next connected with the Alif. So here this Alif is Madda. So when I say Alif is Madda, Waw Sakin is Madda here, or Ya is Madda, what does it mean? Today let me explain in detail, inshallah. I've created some files here for you which will inshallah clarify this concept of the Madda letters. Okay, so let's look at it in detail. Just a moment. I'm opening it for you. Let me know please if you can see my screen clearly. Okay, so what are the Madda letters? First we need to see what does Mad mean. What are Madda letters? The word Mad means to stretch. Okay, to stretch, reading by stretching. In Tajweed, there are 3 Madda letters: Alif, Waw Sakina and Ya Sakina. So when Alif is Madda, Alif is a Madda letter when there is a Fatha before it. It means that when there is a Fatha followed by Alif, as you can see in the example here, Ba Alif Fatha Ba. So before Alif, you can see there is a Fatha on the letter. This makes Alif Madda. And call it, it's a double one, doubling sound. Instead of saying Ba, you will say Ba. You will stretch the sound with a double A at the end. So Alif is Madda letter when there is a Fatha before it. Now let's see when Waw is Madda. Waw Sakina, okay, there should be a Sakun on Waw. So Waw Sakina becomes a Madda letter when there is a Dama before it. Same in this second example. You can see that Waw is having a Sakun sound sign on top of it. It's Sakina, and before it there is a Dama, which make this Waw Madda. So instead of saying Boo, you will say Boo. Okay, you will stretch the vowel sound, double O or double U. So you will say Boo. Ya Sakina becomes a Madda letter when there is a Kasra before it. So we can see that here under the Ba is a Kasra, and next letter is Ya Sakina. So you can say before Ya Sakina, if you see Kasra, this makes the Ya Madda. Okay, so here is Ya Madda. Instead of reading Yi, we will say Yi with the double E. So what Madda letters do? They increase the vowel up to 1 count. Okay, so they add a vowel with the letter, 1 extra vowel. So we recite the Madda letters by stretching the sound up to 1 alif, which means the time it takes to say alif 1 time, or equal to 2 harakat. You can take one of this as a standard measure, and you can relate with it. Take just equal to 1 alif or 2 haraka, one of these. So I hope Madda letters are clear so far. Now I'm going back to Surah An-Nas, and I will be explaining again here the rule of idgham with gunna. So orange color here is showing the idgham with gunna. Okay, what does it mean? Let's see idgham also in detail. So here I have created for your ease one more file in which I have explained idgham. I have put the same orange color here so you will not get confused with it. First of all, we need to see the literal meaning of word idgham. The literal meaning of word idgham is to merge or blend. Okay, so if there are yarmaloon letters after noon sakin or tanween, or you can say that noon sakin or tanween if they are followed by yarmaloon letters, either way is correct, idgham will be done. Following 6 letters are Yarmaloon letters. If you open this term Yarmaloon, you will get all the letters which are Yarmaloon letters. So we have Ya, Ra, Mim, Lam, Waw and Noon. All these are Yarmaloon letters. So if the Noon Sakina or Tanween is followed by Ya, Mim, Waw and Noon, Idgham will be done with Gunna. You will do the nasalization. You will take the sound of that Noon Sakin or Tanween into the nose and you will elongate it up to 1 alif. But if the Noon Sakina or Tanween is followed by Lam and Ra, okay, Idgham will be done without Gunna. What does it mean? It means if you see the letter Lam and Ra after Noon Sakin or Tanween, what you will be doing? You will be doing just merging, joining. You will not do Gunna. So this is Idgham, this is merging, and the easiest way to remember is whenever you see the Shadda sign on top of Mim or Noon, so here specifically, sorry, I'm speaking about Noon, so you will do the Gunna. Now let's also see what is Gunna, nasalization. Gunna, which is also called nasalization, is a nasal sound coming from the nose, it means, or the nostrils. That comes from the nose, not the mouth. It happens when the sound flows through the nasal cavity while the mouth stays partially closed. Okay, so your mouth will be closed because all the activity is happening inside the nose. In Tajweed, Gunna is a characteristics of the 2 letters, Noon and Mim. So if you want, you can check. If you press your nose slightly, if you try to close your nose with both of your fingers and try to pronounce Noon and Mim, you won't be able to, because there is no airflow. And all this pronunciation, the majority of it happening in the nose. Let's try. I'm also closing my nose with my 2 fingers and I'm trying to say Noon, and then I will try to say Mim. Noon, Mim. So it's quite difficult, because the makharij of Noon and Mim is the nasal cavity, your nostrils, the nose. The sound is held for 2 count or 1 alif. So what is the amount of stretching we will be doing in Noon and Mim, or when we are doing Gunna in general, is up to 2 counts or 1 alif. And you should feel a vibration in the nose, not in the throat. Inshallah, we will come here afterwards. I will tell you the difference between ikhwa and gunna, because mostly people they think these 2 things are the same. Now let's go back to our surah. So here you see idgham with gunna. I hope this concept is clear so far. So how we will do it? Malikin nas, Malikin nas, Malikin kinna, holding and dropping. So when you hold the sound of the noon and drop it, okay, so it will give you the clear pronunciation. It will do gunna. Malikin nas. Next is ilahin nas. So we have hamza here, okay, not alif but hamza, because it's having a kasra. Alif is having kasra, so it's called hamza. Then we have lam with the vertical harka, vertical fatha. Ha is connected with the next noon, hin, and then again there is shadda on the noon and alif. So hinna, and then sin is sakina. So when we are making the last letter sakin, we will do here madde arid, temporary mad. So we will stretch this alif, because it's a madda letter, up to 3 alifs. Ilahin nas. Noon we will be stretching up to 1, and this alif up to 3. So now let's look at ayah number 4 of Surah An-Nas. In this ayah you have noon sakina, silent noon or sakin noon, and after that you have letter sheen. So here will be ikhfa. I have written here on the side, blue color is showing ikhfa. What is ikhfa? Let's look at it inshallah in detail. Ikhfa means to hide. Okay, this is ikhfa, iqlab, idgham, izhar. Maybe you have heard about it. These are the rules of Noon Sakin and Tanween. We have placed Noon Sakin and Tanween rules together because Noon Sakin and Tanween, they are somewhat similar. The Tanween sounds like a Noon Sakin, that there is a Noon in the end, like an in un, although there is no Noon. So Noon Sakin or Tanween, wherever we will read the qaida, the rules, we will read their rules together. Ikhfa means to hide the sound of Noon Sakin or Tanween by keeping the tongue suspended, not touching the makharij. This is a very important key detail. In a while, inshallah, I will be explaining this as well. While producing a light nasal sound, ghunna, before one of the 15 ikhfa letters. So, when does ikhfa occur? When you see noon is silent, sakin, or you see two fatha, two kasra, two dhamma is followed by one of these 15 letters. So what does it mean in simple? If you see noon sakin or tanween and after that you see ta, tha, jim, dal, dhal, za, sin, sheen, sod, dot, to, the, fa, qaf and kaf. Any of these letters, if you see, then what you do? You hide such noon or tanween sound. Okay, for example, here you have after noon sakin sheen, and sheen is from the ikhfa letters. So we will hide the noon sound. We will never say min sharril. We have to hide it. We have to say min sharril, min sharril, min sharril, waswasil khannas. So now here we have hidden the sound. We haven't said min. We said min sharril, min sharril. Now, what is the difference between idgham and ikhfa? One is hiding, one is merging, but both are involving ghunna. Then why they can't be same? Let's see the answer to this question. So ghunna versus ikhfa. What is ghunna? Ghunna is a sound, not a letter, first of all. Okay, and ghunna comes from the nose only. It belongs to noon mushaddada or mim mushaddada. What does it mean? It means if noon is having shadda or mim is having shadda, we will be doing ghunna. The tongue must be sealed in its normal place. What does it mean? It means that your tongue will be touching the upper palate and it's tightly pressed against it. Try saying in or You will see that your tongue is not leaving its place. When you do ghunna, your tongue is busy. It is pressed in its correct makharij, the exit point, and the sound escape only through the nose. Okay, this is ghunna. But when you do ikhfa, when you hide the sound, ikhfa is not a full ghunna and it's not a clear pronunciation. The tongue does not touch the makharij of the letter. It stays suspending or floating in your mouth. The tongue is not touching anywhere. It's hanging in the middle of your mouth, in the air somewhere. Okay, like min sharri anfusikum min qablu. This is a partial nasal sound, but the mouth is not sealed. Okay, here I have written a few examples. Min sharri. Don't try to complete the noon when you're reading it. Don't try to say min. No, we have to hide the sound. Min sharri anfusikum min qablu. I hope this point is clear. Now let's get back, inshallah, to our recitation. Okay, so we are here back on ayah number 4. I was explaining the ikhfa, what does ikhfa mean and how it is different from ghunna and how it is also different from the idgham. So here noon is having ikhfa. Min sharril, sharril. Sheen is connected with the ra, and ra again is connected with this lam. Sharril, sharril. Whenever you see shadda sign on any letter, try to emphasize it, because if you don't read by emphasizing or stressing on that letter, you will end up saying it once. So our goal is to pronounce it twice. If we say min sharril, it will be one. Sharril, sharril. Okay, so emphasize. Then the word is waswa, waswa. Alif is again madda here. It's very simple because waw is having fatha and it's connected with the sin. Here waw is having fatha, it's connected with the alif. Okay, so alif, before alif we have fatha, so this alif is madda here. Sin is connected with the next lam, sil, and kha is from the musta'aliya letters. Kha is heavy. Noon again is having idgham with a gunna. Sin is silent. Because of that, alif will be stretched up to 3 counts. Okay, because here again we have the same rule. Madde ariz lis sakun. Min sharril waswasil khannas. من شر الوسواس الخناس. Now, let's move to our ayah number 5. So this ayah is starting from alif having nothing on top. So if this situation occurs, you have to see what's your second letter. If the second letter is lam, then you will put a fatha on this alif. Okay, so you will read alladhi, alladhi. And if second letter is not lam, if it's some other letter, then what we should be doing in this case. Inshallah, in the upcoming sessions, I will explain this rule as well in detail. So here you will say alladhi, the dhal is again from the tip of your tongue when it touches the inner edges of your top 2 front teeth. Alladhi, never leave the tongue loose. Alladhi, the, never say allazi, alladhi. Yuwaswisu, yuwaswisu. Ya is having dhamma. Waw is connected with the sin. Then another waw is there with the kasra, and then sin is having dhamma. Here, next word is fi, fi. So ya is having a sakun sign on top of it. Ya is sakina, and before ya sakina you have kasra. This makes this ya madda. So now you will say fi with a double e. Okay, with a double vowel. Sudu, sudu. Swad is heavy because it's from the musta'aliya letters. Dal, waw, dama, do, because waw is madda here. Again, because we have dama before waw sakina, which makes this waw madda. Rinnas, rinnas. Ra is having kasra connected with the noon. Again, noon is having idgham. And we're making sin sakina because we're pausing. So here again we will stretch this alif up to 3 counts. الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. Last ayah. Mim is having kasra. Noon is connected with the lam. Minal. Jim is having kasra with the noon, and noon is having shadda. So noon is twice here. One is with the jim, one with itself. And what we have learned so far, whenever you see the shadda sign on the noon, you will do idgham with gunna. Then we have a ta marbuta with a kasra. Okay. Waw is connected with the next noon. Noon is having shadda plus alif is also there. So same rule, because all are ending with the word nas. So you will apply the same rule here of idgham plus madde arith lis sukun. من الجنة والناس. I will recite one time, word by word, and then inshallah we will move to our third step, which is the spellings, inshallah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. Alhamdulillah, we managed to finish our second step. Now we are moving to our, inshallah, third step in a while. So you have to listen carefully and you have to repeat after me, and I will try to do spellings slowly, inshallah. If you want me to do the spellings in Zabar Zir Pesh form, please comment and I will do that also, inshallah. Okay, let's start. Ba Sin Kasra Bis, Mim Lam Kasra Mil, Bismil. Lam vertical fatha, La, Bismillah. Ha Ra Kasra Hir, Ra Ha fatha Rah, Hirrah, Hirrah. Mim vertical fatha, Ma, Noon Ra Kasra Nir, Hirrahmanir. Ra fatha Ra, Nirra. Ha Ya Kasra Hi and Mim Sakin, Nirrahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qaf Lam Dama Qul. Hamza Ain Fatha A. Sorry, Hamza Fatha A. Ain Waw Dama U. Qul A'u. Zal Dama Dhu. Qul A'udhu. Ba Kasra Bi. Ra Ba Fatha Rob. Bi Rob. Ba Noon Kasra Bin. Noon Alif Fatha Na. Bin Na. And Sin Sakin. برب الناس. قل أعوذ برب الناس. قل أعوذ برب الناس. ميم فتح ما لام كسرة لي مالك. كاف نون كسرة كن مالكن. نون ألف فتح نا مالكن. سين ساكن, so same rule. Malikin Nas. Hamza kasra I, Lam vertical fatha La, Ila. Ha Nun kasra Hin, Ilahin, Ilahin. Noon Alif fatha Na and Sin sakin, Nas. Ilahin Nas. Ilahin Nas. Mim Noon kasra Mew. Sheen Ra fatha Shar, Mew Shar. Ra Lam kasra Ril, Mew Sharril. Waw Sin fatha Was, Mew Sharril Was. Waw Alif fatha Wa, Mew Sharril Waswa. Sin Lam kasra Sil, Mew Sharril Waswasil. Kha Nun fatha Khan, Nun Alif fatha Na and Sin sakin, Khannas. من شر الوسواس الخناس. من شر الوسواس الخناس. Hamza Lam Fata Al Lam Fata La Allah. Dhal Ya Kasra Dhi. Alladhi. Alladhi. Ya Damayu Waw Sin Fata Was. You was Waw Kasra Wi. You was we. Sin Damasu. You was we su. Fa ya kasra fi, yuwaswisu fi. Swad dama su, yuwaswisu fi su. Dal waw dama du. Ra nun kasra rin, nun alif fatha na, and sin sakin. Sudurin nas. الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. ميم كسرة مي، نون لام فتح نل، مينل. جيم نون كسرة جن، نون فتحنا، جنة. تا كسرة تي، جنتي. واو نون فتح ون، نون ألف فتح نا، and sin sakin. والناس. من الجنة والناس. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس، ملك الناس، إله الناس، من شر الوسواس الخناس، الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. Okay, so alhamdulillah, our step 3 also is completed here. Now I'm moving to step 4, final recitation and the common mistakes. Okay, so I want you to focus on the throat letters, heavy letters, and mad. So inshallah, let's start. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل أعوذ برب الناس، ملك الناس، إله الناس، من شر الوسواس الخناس، الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. Let's do one more time. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس، ملك الناس، إله الناس، من شر الوسواس الخناس، الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. صدق الله العظيم. Alhamdulillah, this completes our session on Surah Naas today. I want you to practice slowly by focusing on pronunciations, and the rules inshallah will settle naturally. So if you have any questions, you can comment me in the comment section, and if you want the part 1 of Surah An-Nas recitation, you can check the channel under the live sessions. Inshallah, you will find. So I hope this brought some information, some knowledge in your lives, and I hope you find it inshallah meaningful, knowledgeful. So I will see you in the next live session. Till then, take very good care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.